Okay, so good evening, everyone. For today, we're going to discuss about ICT infrastructure and connectivity in our country. So, the prioritization of ICT infrastructure is crucial in achieving universal online connectivity by the year 2030. No? Information and communication technologies have the potential to enable countries to overcome persistent obstacles to growth in various sectors, no, including education, health, government services, and trade. So information and communication technologies have been shown to enhance the efficiency and productivity of enterprises by providing access to novel services and applications that can stimulate growth and generate fresh prospects. So the ICT infrastructure plays a crucial role in facilitating a digital economy, no, since it encompasses the necessary facilities for the transmission, interchange, and retention of data. There exist notable deficiencies in the infrastructure of national transmission network, internet exchange points, and data centers. So the emerging nations are experiencing a deficiency in the extent and concentration of their national transmission network. And the presence of an efficient network licensing process is crucial, yet frequently deficient. So the act of distributing network resources, both wired or wireless, backhaul, spectrum, and fiber across multiple sites result in the creation of synergistic effects and reduction in the expenses associated with network construction. And this has the potential to enhance the economic feasibility of infrastructure deployment. So active and passive infrastructure sharing has been authorized by regulatory agency in numerous countries for communication service providers. So the implementation of such regulatory measure would yield, no, significant advantages, particularly in rural and distant regions. So moreover, the collaborative efforts of communication service providers to execute the prescribed models outlined in sharing agreements would enhance the efficiency of information and communication technology network deployment. And to give us more details about the topic, let us all welcome our presenter. Go ahead. Go ahead, Madam Sasha. Madam, go ahead. Okay, while we are waiting with our presenter, I don't know if she encountered problem with her internet connections. Now, so a while ago, I mentioned about the passive and active infrastructure. The promotion of passive infrastructure sharing at the government level can serve as a crucial facilitator because with communication service providers voluntarily participating in the advancement of this concept, our national government have the capacity to offer technical support to local municipalities and foster the creation and revision of local policies that facilitate the sharing of infrastructure. So this include streamlining the authorization procedures for small cells and macro sites, as well as establishing a non-proliferation radius. Presenter, go ahead.
Doc, nakikita po ba yung
Yes.
screen ko? Ayun,
Yes,
sorry.
go ahead.
Nawala po ako kanina.
Okay, go ahead.
Ayan. Good evening, Doc. Good evening, everybody. So I'm going to present the ICT infrastructure and connectivity in the Philippines. So our agenda or our topics for today, for tonight is the information and communication technology, the components of ICT infrastructure, the uses of ICT in economic development, ICT journey in the Philippines, and then yung challenges, and then the road ahead or ICT projects in the Philippines. So first, let us define what is information technology. So IT or information technology is the use of any computer, storage, networking, and other physical devices infrastructure and processes to create, store, secure, and exchange all forms of electronics. So that's what IT is all about, using modern technological devices to manipulate and exchange of data. So there are a lot of words associated with IT. So ano-ano nga ba yun? Ito yung computer hardware, software, network, internet, web, database, storage, information, ano pa ba? Yung troubleshooting, online, offline, etc. So all of these words are related to IT. While communication technology refers to the tools naman, systems and platforms that facilitate the transmission and exchange of information between individuals or groups. So we have 4 types of communication technology. So, isa dito yung telephone. So, si telephone, nag-revolutionize lang siya. So, ito yung telephone, sinasabi natin pag telephone, verbal communication. So, people can talk to each other kahit nasan man lupalop ng mundo. So, as technology advance, nag-e-evolve yung telephone. So, kung naabutan natin yung beeper, tapos nagkaroon din tayo ng, from beeper, yun, nag-evolve tayo from to mobile phones. Then, yung latest na gamit natin, yung mga smartphones, ganyan. Tapos may tablet na, may laptop na, yan. And then, nag-evolve din yung sa verbal communication. So, nagkaroon din ng written communication through text messages naman. Then, next yung radio. So, it is a mass communication kasi we transmit information through radio. So usually ito yung
Madam,
yes po.
naka-stay pa rin siya sa pinaka-front page.
Yes po, apo. Ay hindi po siya lumipat sa ano.
Oo.
Wait lang po daw. Yung nakikita niyo po ba is yung information technology?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes
Yes.
po, opo, tama. Dinidiscuss
Okay.
ko lang po, Doc, yung ano.
Okay, sige.
Ayan. So yun, yung number 2 po natin sa 4 types of communication technology is yung radio po. Yun nga, doon naman tayo kumukuha ng news, information. And then next po is television. So sa television, nagkaroon naman tayo ng visual communication. So after the television, nagkaroon tayo ng internet. So yun yung pang-apat na type ng communication technology. So communication technology encompasses various forms such as, yun nga, yung nabanggit ko kanina, telephone, tapos nagkaroon tayo ng email, yung mga social media, video conferencing, instant messaging. So by enabling fast and efficient communication over long distance, communication technology has revolutionized how people connect. So example nito yung social media platforms such as Facebook, Messenger, Twitter, Instagram, at marami pang iba. So another example pa, yung podcast, yung vlogs, so yung live video, conferencing technologies like itong ginagamit natin, yung Zoom, yung Google Meet, ayan, and so on. So combined together, we have information and communication technology or ICT. So ICT is defined as a diverse set of technological tools and resources used to transmit, store, create, share, or exchange information. ICT is generally defined as technology functioning to support the process of conveying information and communication. So any technology na nagagamit natin for communication is nagfo-fall siya under the ICT. Okay? So next is, nalipat po ba yung slide? Sorry.
Yeah. Yes.
Ayan. Components of ICT infrastructure. So we have hardware, software, network infrastructure, cloud services, IT service management or ITSM, security measures, data storage and management. So, discuss natin isa-isa. Ano nga ba yung hardware? So, include servers, computers, network devices, storage system, and peripheral devices. Hardware forms the physical foundation of the IT infrastructure. So kasama dito yung sa server. Yung server yung most powerful computer that store, process, and serve data to other devices on a network. Tapos nandito na rin yung network equipment, including yung router, yung switches, yung hubs, and access points that enable data transmission within and between network. Then we also have the end user devices. Ito naman yung gadget like desktop, computer, laptop, tablet, mga smartphones natin na nagko-connect sa network and access resources. Next one is software. So software, it encompasses operating system application, databases, virtualization, and other software program that enable various functionalities within the infrastructure. Example of this is yung application, mga application software tulad ng Microsoft Office, yan, mga Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint. Sa database naman, example nito yung customer relationship management or CRM system. Meron din tayo yung sa HRIS. And then, multimedia software. Ito naman yung kung saan pwedeng mag-create ng image, audio, and even video files. Ito yung ginagamit na software pang animation, video editing, graphics. Sample of software is Adobe Photoshop, CapCut, and yung iTunes, yun naman sa audio. So another application is yung web browser tulad ng Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Opera. So ayan yun, mga software application na ginagamit natin. Next na component is network infrastructure. So ito includes cabling and wiring, physical infrastructures for data transmission, including internet cables, fiber optics, and wireless connection. So, nandito rin yung router and switches na nagdadirect ng data traffic between network. And then, yung firewall, security devices na nagpo-protect naman sa network from unauthorized access and threats. Load balancers, devices that distribute network traffic evenly to optimize performance. So ICT relies on network infrastructure to facilitate communication and data transfer. This includes local area networks, yung mga LANs na tinatawag natin, wide area network, yung WANs, wireless network, and the internet network component, including yun. Yung nabanggit ko kanina, yung router, yung switches, yung mga cable, wireless access point, and network protocols. So ito yung mga nagko-connect sa atin sa Wi-Fi, sa printer, sa desktop, sa scanner, ayan, sa PC. Next is data storage and management. ICT involves the management of data and information. So this includes database system for storing and organizing data or data analytics tools for extracting insights, data backup, and recovery solution, and security measures to protect data from unauthorized access or loss. So sample of these, yung mga data center natin, yung mga storage area network, and then yung database. Next po, security measures. Dito naman, papasok yung mga antivirus natin. So, ito yung mga infrastructure security measures like firewalls, antivirus software, intrusion detection system, and encryption technologies protect against unauthorized access, data breaches, and cyber threats. So, as we all know, once na may information and communication technology or IT, nandyan si cyber threats, nandyan yung cyber security. So mamaya i-discuss po natin yan. So given the increasing reliance on ICT, cybersecurity measures are essential to protect systems, network, and data from unauthorized access, data breaches, and cyber threats. So, sample ng mga antivirus natin na familiar tayo is yung WinWar, yung Norton, ano pa ba? McAfee, Bitdefender. Sa encryption naman, ito yung nagsisecure ng data by converting it into a code that can only be deciphered with the right encryption key. So next po natin si cloud services. Cloud computing services including infrastructure as service or IaaS, platform as a service PaaS, and software as a service SaaS offer scalable and flexible solutions for infrastructure requirements. So cloud services are application and infrastructure resources that exist on the internet. So ito yung mga third-party providers natin na kailangan natin ng subscription. Ito yung nag-aalaw sa atin na mag-store, allowing customer to leverage powerful computing resources without having to purchase or maintain hardware and software. Sa SaaS or yung SaaS, example nito yung kung familiar kayo sa Dropbox, kung ginagamit nyo sa mga offices ninyo, yung latest ngayon na G Suite or Google Suite, Microsoft Office 365, yung Slack, yung HubSpot. So, ito yung mga example ng SaaS or Software as a Service. Yung PaaS naman or PaaS, ito naman nagfo-focus primarily on hardware and software tools available over the internet. So, example ng popular PaaS, ito yung AWS, Elastic Beanstalk, Heroku, Google App Engine, OpenShift, ano pa ba? Yung Adobe Magento, Commerce Cloud. And then, next po is yung IaaS or yung Infrastructure as a Service. Ito naman works primarily with the cloud-based and pay-as-you-go services such as storage, networking, and virtualization. Sample of this yung Google Compute Engine or GCE, DigitalOcean, yung Microsoft Azure. So, yun po yung ilan sa mga examples. Ay, sorry. Slide. Next is IT Services Management or ITSM. ITSM. So ito naman po, this includes the services and support necessary for effective implementation, maintenance, and troubleshooting of ICT. It involves IT professionals, help desk, technical support, system administration, and training. So IT services management is simply how IT teams manage the end-to-end delivery of IT services to customers. So this includes all the processes and activities to design, create, deliver, and support IT services. Example po nito yung Zendesk, ServiceNow, yung Topdesk, ayan. So next, we will discuss the use of ICT in economic development. So, ano nga ba yung gamit ng ICT dito sa Philippines or sa other part of the world or sa economic development natin? So, nandyan si education, si business, si e-government, healthcare, sorry, double E yung sa healthcare, banking and finance, transportation. So, discuss po natin isa-isa. So sa education po, schools and universities often have dedicated IT infrastructure to support student information system, learning management platforms, campus networks, and computer labs. So learning management software uses online classes tapos mga website as way of utilization ng technology sa education. So example po nito, we have here yung Google Classroom, yung Moodle, Microsoft Teams. Etong mga to, meron silang website, and at the same time, magagamit natin sila through the use of communication devices tulad ng mobile phone, PC or laptops, ganyan. Ayan, hindi daw po gumagalaw. Gumagalaw na po ba yung PowerPoint ko po? Sorry.
Hindi po.
Okay po. Nasaan po siya nag-stop? Sorry.
Components of ICT infrastructure.
Okay, wait lang po. Ayusin ko lang po. Sorry guys. Gumagalaw na po ba?
Software pa lang.
Nasa software, ma'am, nasa software.
Sige po. Ano ko po? Ito po. Kasi dito po sa view ko na gumagalaw po siya. Ayan. Nasa ano na po ba? Education po?
Yes po. Yes po, education.
Ayun. Thank you po.
Yes.
So, balikan natin, education. So, ginagamit natin yung ICT sa education, learning management software. So, yan, katulad ng sinabi ko, ginagamit natin dito yung Google Classroom, yung Moodle, Microsoft Teams. Etong mga to, meron silang website and at the same time, magagamit natin sila through the use of communication devices tulad ng gamit natin ngayon na laptop, PC, mobile phones. Okay. Next po is business. Nalipat po ba yung screen? Sorry.
Yes po.
Ayan, thank you po ulit. So, ICT is a key technology in disciplinary measure to reduce costs, improve processes, boost innovation, and increase productivity. So, ICT is driving economic growth in the Philippines. So, businesses are using ICT to improve their operation, reach new markets, and create new products and services. The ICT sector is one of the fastest growing sectors in the Philippine economy. So, in the business, for example, e-commerce. So, nandyan si Shopee, si Lazada, si Alibaba, Amazon, si TikTok, ayan, meron din silang shop, online shop. So all of these gumagamit ng ICT for communication. So you can message the seller, ano na ba yung status ng order mo, update kung nasa na yung order mo, on the way na ba. And also, gumagamit din sila ng logistics para mapabilis at malesen yung cost ng delivery. So, nakikipag-tie up sila sa third party tulad ni JNT, si Flash, ano pa ba, Ninja Van. So, sila yung mga tinatawag nating third party. Next po is government. So, ICT is making government more efficient and accessible. Online government services are making it possible for citizens to do things like pay taxes, ayan, katulad nung nabanggit or na-discuss ni Ma'am Louise nung last meeting natin. So, ginagamit siya sa pagbayad ng tax, pag-renew ng lisensya, even pagpa-file ng complaint, pwede na natin i-online without having to go to government offices. So ICT is also being used to improve transparency and accountability in the government. So electronic government can be defined as a set of public sector reforms that make use of ICT. Ito yung four interaction links of the government, yung na-discuss last meeting, yung G2C, G2B, G2G, G2E. So, yung mga example nito ay sa pagkuha ng NBI, pag-apply na pagkuha ng birth certificate, paglulong sa SSS, sa pag-ibig, pagkuha ng updated na MDR sa PhilHealth. So lahat 'yan pasok na sa paggamit natin ng information communication technology. So next uses po is healthcare. So hospitals and healthcare providers rely on IT infrastructure for electronic health records or EHR, medical imaging systems, patient monitoring devices, and secure communication network to support critical patient care. So ayun nga, nag-evolve si ICT, nag-i-improve. Nagkaroon din siya, ginagamit din natin siya sa healthcare dito sa Pilipinas. So, ito yung, kung familiar tayo or familiar naman tayo lahat sa telemedicine, ito yung connecting patient with doctors in real time. Pwedeng via ano lang siya, via phone call. Pwede din naman na Zoom kayo ng doctor. Nagpatok siya nung pandemic or COVID-19, talagang ito yung mostly ginagamit ng mga tao. So, kahit nasa remote areas ka, pwede ka magpa-telemedicine. Mobile health apps are providing people with access to health information and resources. And electronic health records are making it easier for doctors to track patient care. So, kung halimbawa naman, nagpa-laboratory tayo, sample nito yung nagpa-laboratory kasi ako last time. And then, na-access ko na siya through the use of internet. So, mag-access ka lang, mag-register ka lang sa nila, sa clinic. And then, makikita mo na yung record mo, yung result ng laboratory mo. Tapos, pwede ka na rin mag-schedule ng follow-up check-up mo through the use of internet or dun sa mga website na nilo-launch ng mga healthcare providers. And then ICT is also being used in the provisions of medical care in the sense of body scanner, yung mga organ transplants, so yan. Next po is banking and finance. Sorry, mali na naman yung spell. So ICT is used in concepts like internet banking, automated teller machine or ATM, credit card and debit cards, and transaction processing and recording. So nowadays, 'di ba, hindi na tayo nahihirapan or pumupunta ng bangko para magpa-check or magpa-update ng passbook. Pwede na natin siyang makita sa mga mobile phones. Nakikita na natin kung magkano yung balance, pwede tayong mag-transfer ng funds, pwede tayong magbayad online. So dito rin pumapasok yung Paymaya, yung mga PayPal, yung GCash, yung mga e-wallets. Ayan. Next, transportation. So ICT is ginagamit din yung ICT in transportation. ICT affects transportation directly and indirectly via GPS tracker, citizen-centric transport, data-driven driving, social logistics, even yung mga airline reservation system. So, if you're familiar with travel blogs or travel site, pag binisita nyo yun, meron doon na travel guide, paano pumunta, paano bumili ng ticket, paano mag-reserve ng ticket. So, ito yung ilan sa mga site or blogs na pwede natin i-visit. Yung sa mga sasakyan naman, like sa company namin, yung company vehicle namin, meron yung mga GPS tracker. So, para ma-monitor namin madali kung nasan yung mga sasakyan namin, yung mga trucks, yung mga vehicle na in-issue sa mga tao namin. And then, yung sa transportation din, nandito din malalaman mo kung saan bawa traffic yung papunta ng ganito, So, yan. Next po, Philippines ICT journey. So ICT in the Philippines. Over the past few decades, the Philippines has made significant strides in developing its ICT infrastructure and connectivity. So according to 2013 edition of the Measuring the Information Society by the International Communication Union, there are at least 106.8 cell phones per 100 Filipinos in the year 2012. So imagine natin, 2012 pa yan. So several international companies dub Philippines as the ICT hub of Asia because of the use of ICT related jobs in our country. Napakaraming ICT related jobs sa ating bansa, like yung mga BPO companies, mga call centers, business processing company, mga outsourcing companies, na nagko-contribute sa Pilipinas para matawag tayong ICT Hub of Asia. Okay. So, continuation. In year 2010, according to the data gathered by the annual survey of Philippine Business and Industries, NSO ICT industry shares 19.3 of total employment. So imagine kung gaano nakalaki yan ngayon. So next, ICT pa rin in the Philippines. So ito po yung datos, number of smartphone users in the Philippines from 2019 to 2028. So ito po yung data from Statistica. In year 2019, there are approximately 37.09 million or 37.9 million smartphone users in the Philippines. And tingnan po natin yung 2022. Nasa 78.5 million na po yung may mga smartphones. So sumobra sa doble ang datos ng smartphone users. So siguro ngayon po yung mga walang smartphones na sila yung mga lola natin or even lola nga natin ngayon may mga mga gadgets na or smartphones na. Okay, continuation. In the year 2016, nagkaroon tayo ng RA 10844 or an act creating the Department of Information and Communication Technology was signed. Or ito yung tinatawag ng DICT. So DICT mission, DICT of the people and for the people. The Department of Information and Communication Technology commits to provide every Filipino access to vital ICT infrastructure and services, ensure sustainable growth of Philippine ICT, enable industries resulting to creation of more jobs, establish a one digitized government, one nation, support the administration in fully achieving its goal, be the enabler, innovator, achiever, and leader in pushing the country's development and transition towards a world-class digital economy. So, etong 2016, wherein ito yung taon na na-found or nabuo yung DICT. DICT has a lot of goals or mission. So, ayan na yung mga nabanggit ko. So, next po, challenges of ICT in the Philippines. So, kung merong uses, meron din mga challenge na kinaharap si ICT or Information and Communication Technology sa Pilipinas. Unang-una na dito yung affordability. So, despite the progress made kasi, several challenges persist in the Philippines. So, unang-una yung affordability, high cost of internet connectivity. So, na mapapansin nyo sa Pilipinas, mahal talaga yung load. So, para lang maglo-load ka ngayon, tapos maya-maya, ubos na agad gamit mo ng data. So, mahal siya, expensive masyado. So, internet services, especially in rural areas, can be expensive. The government needs to address affordability issue to ensure that all citizens can access the digital opportunities. Next is digital divide. Internet services, especially in rural areas, can be expensive too. The government needs to address affordability issue. Parang pares lang siya, no? Sige, discuss natin. Digital divide, ito is the gap between people who have access to modern ICT and those who don't. So, best example nito yung mga lugar sa probinsya na may hina or mababagal yung mga internet connection and other telecommunication services in their town and communities. So, di ba pag nasa pag nasa malayo or nasa probinsya, mahina talaga yung internet connection bukod sa mahal pa. Next is cybersecurity. So as ICT infrastructure expands, so do cybersecurity threats. So is the practice of defending computer, servers, mobile devices, electronic system, networks, and data from malicious attacks. It's also known as the information technology security or electronic information security. So, yung challenge dito sa Pilipinas to ensure the security of network and data is crucial to protect the interests of individuals and business. Kasi ito yung cybersecurity, yung mga mabavirusan yung computer nyo or hindi nyo na ma-access o kaya naman may mga hacker. Ayan. So, kasama po siya sa cybersecurity. Next challenges of ICT in the Philippines, yung geographical barriers. So, the archipelago nature of the Philippines poses unique challenges for infrastructure development. So, as reaching remote island or mga probinsya with reliable internet remains a challenge. Bakit po? Kasi kahit gaano natin kagustong iparating or i-extend yung power ng ICT, nag-o-occur talaga yung mga problems or challenges tulad ng halimbawa, may oceans, may mga dagat, rivers, lake, mountain, mga island, or mahirap talagang abutin ng mga signal. Okay, next, digital transformation program. So the Marcos administration has announced its intention to continue the previous Duterte administration digital transformation program. Under the digital transformation program, ito yung includes yung cloud data center, software development for business processes improvement, ano pa ba? Yung mga cybersecurity, tapos yung mga conversion of local government units into smart cities. So, smart cities, the COVID-19 pandemic has spurred Philippine cities to improve citizen services. Their constituents were vulnerable during the lockdown, and they really heavily on the support of their city government. So cities move to digitalize services and set standards for data storage, protection, and utilization by rolling out health. So IT and applications for contact tracing, kung natatandaan nyo during the pandemic season, meron tayong contact tracing. Ito, na lang din siya via internet. Tapos, yung mga contact tracer, gumagamit din sila ng mga devices. And then, financial assistance distribution and citywide vaccination program. So, part siya ng smart cities natin. So, aside from COVID-19, nagkaroon din tayo ng Taal Volcano eruption noong 2022. So, na-emphasize tuloy yung importance ng ICT sa mga disaster na tulad ng Taal Volcano eruption. So, ano ba to? Nag-response tayo Then nagkaroon din tayo ng market opportunities dito. So ito yung command center development, disaster risk mitigation, resilience management, digital health and education, tapos yung data center upgrades to cybersecurity and analytics solutions. Okay. Next, software development. So Philippine software and software service sale will reach $95 million by 2025. From 2020 to 2021, software sales benefited from increased demand for devices from Filipinos working and studying remotely. Local firms have also pushed for digital transformation, increasing spending on enterprise architecture projects. So the purchases were also driven by Microsoft Windows 11. So nag-release sila to access significant security and feature updates. Noong 2021, IMD Digital Competitiveness Ranking Report listed the Philippines as lowly 58 out of 64 countries. Cybersecurity solution. So the tech-savvy Filipino population with few data protection mechanism makes the Philippines extremely vulnerable to cyber attacks and incidents. The COVID-19 pandemic has changed the Philippine digital landscape. Noong February 2020 survey declared that 43% of the Philippine private companies had increased allocation toward cybersecurity solutions investment. 86% use anti-malware and antivirus tools. 59% uses next-generation firewalls. And 47% are starting to invest in cloud-native security. So due to continued adoption of cloud storage and solutions, software-defined area network security is gaining market popularity. So nagkaroon din to ng market opportunities sa Philippine government. So ito yung mga business processes outsourcing, yung mga BPO na nabanggit natin kanina, yung industry education sector, financial sector, health sector, and the telecommunications industry are key vertical markets for IT. There is also growth in e-payment and fintech platforms. BMI forecasts the Philippine software and software sales will reach $95 million by 2025. So, yun lamang po. Thank you for listening.
Okay, so again, as our presenter mentioned, there are certain applications, specifically intended for the ICT. The business right now, for the business case per se, is a formal document that outlines the justification for a proposed business project or investment. It provides a comprehensive analysis of the cost, benefits, risk, and potential. The adoption of long-term perspective in infrastructure expenditures by private entities would facilitate enhanced financial gains. Additionally, this would enable communication service providers to extend this coverage to geographical remote areas that are difficult to access and where connectivity is limited, as our presenter mentioned and give us an example a while ago. And the implementation of policies, subsidies, standard operating procedures, universal service obligations, and the best practices has the potential to enhance the viability of business cases. Additional factors that need to consider include to social return on investment and contribution to sustainable development of a marketing growing significance. Actually, streamlining processes to facilitate wireless and wireline and communication networks and making sufficient spectrum available for a wide array of ICT technologies. No? Service are all key actions to speed up deployment cost effectively. It is imperative, no, to note that global coverage with an adequate quality of service should be prioritized over speed to avoid broadening the digital divide. However, the network needs to align with what the government defines as the basic minimum broadband speed for each the users. Another is the neutral passive infrastructure. No, opening the passive infrastructure rollout to neutral parties can be beneficial as it allows faster progress and enable competitive pricing of the infrastructure. And this allow the deployment cost to then be optimized. So the introduction of regulations to remove the barriers facing passive infrastructure providers, particularly in countries where state-owned operators are the only providers, is a way to unlock these leverages. No, having the necessary license and security aspect in place to allow public and private players to operate community Wi-Fi services may go a long way toward expanding the reach of internet accessibility. Kasi yun yung challenge right now in our country, no? And this requires support from regulators to create conducive environment as well as private players who are willing to deploy the networks. In a community, no, collaboration model, a communication rules out the last mile network and takes responsibility for its maintenance. The network is usually composed of simplified small cells and satellite-enabled cellular or Wi-Fi sites, which are relatively easy to activate and maintain. So community involvement in the deployment and maintenance of the network result in a lower cost for the operator, thus increasing their willingness to set up networks in the rural areas. In an alternative versions of this model, our government can allow an operator to count their willingness or to count community networks towards its coverage obligations, and in exchange, the operator can provide backhaul at a reduced cost. No? So the potential intervention, no, reliable and sustainable energy must consider, because I believe that reliable and sustainable energy intervention are imperative in meeting the need for expanding ICT infrastructure. So governments are investing in increasing the energy index, which measure on one hand the energy equity to ensure universal, reliable, affordable, and abundant access, and on the other hand the energy security to meet current and future demands. Simultaneously, they can leverage the ICT infrastructure to meet some of the demand, like tower companies now can be encouraged with attractive policies and subsidies not to use renewable energy resources like yung solar, no, and offer power to communities, increasing their energy access and security. Another, of course, is the micro energy grids. No? Another, of course, is the key issue of multiple technologies. Actually, let's say one of the key issues in expanding the coverage of high-speed connectivity across different geographies has been the dependence on expensive traditional technologies. So the deployment of these technologies is capex intense and highly time-consuming, and new promising technologies can become key enablers, especially for geographies where expanding connectivity to hard to reach areas, no, like extremely rural areas or islands remains logistically and financially unviable. No? So while last mile mobile and fiber networks will continue to be the mainstay of ICT network deployment, space-based technologies are now part of the mainstream. No? Satellite broadband communication is becoming the major enabler of providing connectivity and internet services. And many private players are launching satellites in geostationary satellite orbit, no, and non-geostationary satellite orbit, no, segments. So going forward, it will be important to integrate mixed technology landscape in national strategies or plans, streamlining the license procedure for satellite broadband spectrum availability, and make policy changes to foster growth. So, combining satellite broadband communication with other technologies has the potential to solve some of these issues. However, but it is not yet being deployed on a large scale. No, satellite connectivity along with terrestrial networks can enable the development of an extensive gateway infrastructure, which can then act as a hub for providing multiple services like community. So Wi-Fi and MSME connectivity. No, so actually, another thing, of course, is the policies and regulation stipulating key criteria. No? This will be required to outline an avenue for meaningful connectivity. So this need to be aligned with national digital strategies and roadmaps defined by government. So to successfully implement both policies and strategies, as well as approval processes and decision making, strong interdepartmental coordination by governments and in the public-private partnership environment is imperative. In addition, adapting public financial instrument to new business models of ICT, yung cloudification na tinatawag, will be an important enabler. It is also critical to consider that while general principles may be similar, there is no fit for all intervention. So the approaches and intervention must be tailored to the specific country's needs and reality on the ground. No? So I think that's it for this topic. May I request everyone to please turn on your